back. Did you overdo it this holiday weekend? Did you overeat? Did you drink too much? If you're looking for that reset button, we've got some advice for you this morning. Tara Coleman, a nutritionist, joins us this morning.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being here with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
I think half the battle is getting mentally ready for that reset button.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the good news is it's not as hard as you think.
Really?
You know, when we think about cleansing, first we think about getting all the bad stuff out, right? And yes, that's true, but our bodies are designed to cleanse.
But it sounds so intimidating.
But it doesn't have to be.
Okay.
Let's start out with the first thing.
Let's do it.
Our kidneys cycle through all of the blood in our system every 35 to 45 minutes. And it basically cleans our blood.
Okay.
And so what we need to do is we need to focus on water.
Okay.
And so what I want you guys to do, starting right now, I guarantee you're close to some sort of water.
Okay.
I want you to shoot for half of your body weight in ounces of water every single day.
Okay.
Now, if that seems like a ton, just drink a glass. Just get started with that. So that's going to flush. It's going to help your kidneys. It's going to help flush out those toxins, and it's a great, great starting point.
Okay. Then what do we do?
Then the next thing that I want you to do is add in some fruits and vegetables. The other powerful detoxifier in our body is our liver. Okay. And so our liver is nourished by really vibrant fruits and vegetables. So do your best to make sure every single time you eat, you're having a fruit or a vegetable.
Do you need a certain type of vegetable, like a cruciferous vegetable? Because I see that kale is here. I'm like aware because my husband and I are into that, like broccoli, cauliflower, sprout. What are they? Sprouts or Brussels sprouts?
Yeah, Brussels sprouts. Absolutely.
Or just any vegetable.
Well, I would say any vegetable. Now, those vegetables will have a little bit more fiber, which we'll talk about in a second. So that's going to help nourish your colon. It's going to help get all the bad stuff out.
Okay.
But really, just do your best. Find a vegetable that you like and eat it. You know, find a fruit that you like and eat it. Okay. I also personally like to shoot for as many colors as possible, just because, well, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful, right? So when you talk about a cleanse, you're not necessarily saying just, you know, drink water all day.
No, absolutely not. You know, one of the biggest misconceptions about cleansing is we think about, you know, that we have to restrict, right? We have to take all the bad stuff out. But our body is designed to cleanse. And so what we need to do is we need to give it the tools it needs to actually help it. You know, and so that is things like water. That is things like antioxidants. That's things like fiber. You know, fiber is a big one found in.
What do you have here?
So this is quinoa, beans, lentils, you know, a lot of the whole grains that we think of, nuts, seeds, sweet potatoes. So what these things are going to be packed full of fiber, and that's going to really help your colon. You know, and so our body has pulled the toxins out, and then it sits in the colon, and then we need to get it out of there, right?
Okay, good point.
And so high fiber is going to help actually flush it out of your body.
How much of the fiber do we need?
Quite a bit.
Really?
Now, I mean, it's not a ton, but, you know, in terms of grams, I would shoot for about 35 grams a day.
Okay.
But again, as a starting point, just make sure that you're having some source of fiber every single time you eat. You know, some source of fruit and vegetable every single time you eat, and drinking water. Okay, this is a nice foundation.
That's really not bad.
No.
It's very doable.
It's incredibly effective, too. You know, consistency is important, but it's incredibly effective.
So I think you're going to talk about working out, right?
Yes. So next is sweat. You know, that's another way that we detox.
Yes.
And breathing, you know, as we breathe in oxygen, that helps as well. And so I would shoot, you know, depending on your activity level, even if you're just doing 10 minutes a day, just commit that I'm going to go out for a 10-minute walk, ideally outside where you're breathing in fresh oxygen, but you can also do, you know, a dance party by yourself in your room if you want to.
Or you can hula hoop, just like Carrie just did.
Do you. Yeah.
What about a sauna or a steam room? Does that have the same effect as going out there and working out, walking, running?
Yes and no. It has the same effect from a sweat standpoint. So it's actually going to be probably a lot more effective in that sense because you sweat a lot. Yeah. It doesn't have as much of an effect from an exercise standpoint. So you're not going to be breathing as heavy and things along those lines. But it's extremely, if you can get to a sauna or steam room twice a week.
That's good for you.
Yeah. You're in a
Anything
good
else
spot.
you'd like to add before we head out? I mean, these are really good tips.
Is sleep. You know, we don't really think about sleep, but sleep is when your brain detoxes. And so, you know, you've probably felt when you don't get enough sleep, you can't really think straight.
I can't think straight. I can't speak. It happens on the shift all the time. I'm like, brain, wake up.
Exactly. So I want you to do your best to get 7 hours of quality sleep every single night.
Awesome. Tara, thank you so much for being here with us. Heather, so the reset button is not that hard. You know what I mean? Because all of these things are pretty much doable.
Of the exercise portion of this, and you know, that is just, for me, that's so key in detoxing in like a million different kind of ways.
Yeah, and she said you only really need, if you can start with 10, 15 minutes a day, but just start somewhere.
Do something, yeah. All right, great reminder, ladies, thanks.